Because I also honestly believe that companies do require support on governance and risk as well.
Most companies do it only for the sake of just tick mark. That's why it's rolling here. I have my own ways to work on it.
Is my hair okay? पंखे बंद करायचे? Okay, so I think let's start. Hi all, welcome to the first episode of GRCCast of Flag GRC.
GRCCast?
GRCCast. I just thought short and simple.
Nice.
म्हणजे podcast about GRC, so I just thought GRCCast.
Okay, that sounds like a catchy name.
Hopefully. So the plan here is to just discuss some interesting concepts and topics and current issues of GRC. So Hrushi,
bore people with it.
Yeah, not at all. Not bore people with it at all. So it's going to be very crisp. So I have always wanted to do this since long.
Right.
I mean, I've always wanted to have a podcast because I think at least in India, outside I've seen, there are very less knowledge sharing forums about compliance or governance and risk as well. So
yeah, even I agree. Podcast is a good medium to sort of convey what we think, what we feel, and our vision behind starting this company. So why entrepreneurship? And how's the market like, specifically Indian markets?
Yeah. So what was missing in the market because it's an already saturated market when it comes to compliance, and I still wanted to enter this race. So then why? Honestly, I had no plans ever. Okay. So I was very happy with my jobs, and I have been very fortunate to have worked with some really good companies, mentors, clients. So, but then I saw that there was something else missing in the market. Mm-hmm. So at least in India, for now, I'll speak about Indian market. There is when we talk about compliance, it's all about compliance checklists. That's it.
But is it the same scenario in global markets as well?
Not really. So I think I have seen in the global market, compliance registers are just 10-15% of it. They just provide a very fundamental database to you. That is it.
Right.
And but in Indian market, I think the whole program is about compliance checklists.
So when I was researching this market from a technologist point of view, I found that there were quite a few players here. But most of them leverage technology just as an extension of their practice.
Correct.
Right? Nobody really thought of putting it at the center of their offerings and more like a product, which could be useful for a variety of businesses of variety of sizes, right?
Yeah. True. Because even when I had researched about the GRC market, first of all, there's no GRC market in India. There is only a compliance market in India.
Okay.
Of course, I mean, the offerings are called GRC offerings, but the governance and risk part of it, it's not covered that thoroughly.
Is that what you are going to be focusing on?
Yes. Because I also honestly believe that companies do require support on governance and risk as well.
Okay.
It should not be isolated from the main compliance aspect, and therefore I think the concept of GRC came up in the first place. So it's a program that has to go hand in hand. It's a comprehensive program that has to be offered, and that's what I'm trying to do in my offering here.
Also, I mean, one feedback that I got from the market was most companies do it only for the sake of just tick mark.
Yeah, right? Tick the box approach.
Oh yeah, tick the box approach. Right? They don't really consider it as a stepping stone for building a resilient and powerful organization.
Yes. To add to that, so most companies also think, not most, but maybe in a certain section, most companies also think that we don't need this now because we are too small. But I think now's the time. If you're that small, now's the time to build it so that you can actually, as you said, you can use it as a stepping stone for your growth and expansion plans.
So I can give you one example which I relate to. So this is actually my second venture. So before that, I used to run a software consultancy company. And when we were tiny and also when we were sort of to the size of 30-40 employees, right? We never knew about GRC. And we never knew the importance of GRC. And had we known that at that point in time, we would be benefited so much. Is really what I think at this point in time.
Yes. I'm exactly talking about that sector.
Right.
Where companies think. So I think that was what I felt was missing in the market. There's a segment where the awareness is completely missing.
Right.
And then there is a segment where GRC is thought of only as a compliance program.
Right.
And then there is a segment where clients need the GRC programs. They know about it, but there's no skill set available in the market to cater to their requirements. So I think that's what prompted me to think that I should start on my own.
Also, I mean, one related point to this is so now India as a country is becoming one of the top economies of the world, right?
Yes.
And if Indian companies, Indian products, Indian services have to match this global standard, this is absolutely critical, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think in GRC, I have seen that happening to a large extent. But that awareness, as I said, is only currently with the MNCs.
Okay.
But I think other segments also will have to take it up very seriously very soon, because India is going through a huge digital transformation.
Right.
And so very soon companies are not going to have any other option but to use technology wherever they can.
Exactly.
And I can tell you that a few small businesses in Pune that I happened to talk to recently were interested in leveraging technology for even their compliances.
That's
that was very encouraging for me.
So what is your vision for Flat GRC?
To put it very simply, I want GRC to be achievable and accessible for everybody, and not just a compliance program.
Right.
It could be a company of any size, any nature of business. I want all of them to think comprehensively.
Correct.
Without having a complex program in place. I want them to actually implement it or incorporate it so that they can focus on their core business and leave those complexities to us.
Ideally, GRC should be in the DNA. Right?
Yes.
It is as important as that, I feel.
Yes.
And I mean, my interest here is building products, building tools which are so easy to use for smaller companies as well.
Yes.
Cheaper, affordable, integrable. They can work with several other tools.
Correct.
And all those bells and whistles, which will really sort of create a comprehensive tech ecosystem.
Yes.
Around it.
And I think at the same time, building highly scalable and complex programs as well for those companies who really need it for their global expansion.
That is true.
And so that 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line, they can continue to use the same programs and platforms very efficiently, even when they have footprints across the globe. So
makes sense.
Awesome. So I think we cannot wait to release our second episode very soon. So stay tuned. Thank you.